We're going to give you specific recommendations here to be able to mitigate this risk for your organization. Awesome. Welcome back to another Tacilent Thursday. So last week we talked about, are you impacted? This week we're going to talk about the second question in our four that we help executives, boards, and investors answer for their organizations or for their portfolio. So specifically, we're going to focus on, what do I do about it? So you've found out you are impacted. So what steps should you take to mitigate that risk that you were unaware of? So one of the things, again, we're going to focus in on a financial services organization here, which is a credit union example. And I'm going to show you what it means for what should you do about it. So you click into one of our intelligence notifications. Again, we're going to tell you the what, the so what, and what to do about it. We're going to talk next week about the value or risk and how we're quantifying that tied to the business. But really what I want to focus on is the what to do. We're going to give you specific recommendations here of what steps that you need to take to be able to mitigate this risk for your organization. And remember, everything in our platform is tailored specifically to you. And so the more information we have about your organization, the more documents that we have, the better that our platform is able to interpret that. And every recommendation is bespoke to you. So I want to make this real for you. So one of the things that I always noticed in my previous life as a recovery consultant is that a lot of the engagements that we had a lot of copy and paste in it, right? So when you think you're paying for a significant level of expertise, a lot of the things that you were getting were not so much tailored specifically to you. They were a little bit generic. And the number one thing is, it was never meant for you to actually take anything that I would give you from a consultant and do it yourself. Here, we empower you to be able to fix the problems as much as you can yourself and give you tailored, detailed recommendations of how to do that. They're actionable recommendations. And so that used to be one of my biggest pet peeves. Before I was a recovery consultant, in any of my previous roles, I always figured out how to solve those problems myself. I might have hired staff augmentation, but when it came to the strategic work or the trajectory of the company or the organization, we focused on how do we solve that problem internally, and then how do we get the tools and bring the people on board so we can get to actionable results. And so that's exactly what we're giving you here in the platform. We're going to tell you down to the detailed step of what you should take. So you can look and see here, we're going to give you 4 executive level recommendations. You can create a project for each one of these and go deeper into each one of these recommendations. And so for each one, we're going to expand this out, and you can look and see at the details here, and it's going to give you specific things that each role should do within the organization. And this is the same thing that you see throughout wherever we provide a recommendation in the platform, we're going to tell you exactly what steps you need to take to be able to fix that. And one of the things that we're rolling out right now that makes us distinctively different is the fact that we're building out a niche data set. So for our clients that are really in that mid-market, or you're looking at mergers and acquisition, or you're focused on portfolio intelligence, and you want to be able to understand how much is it going to cost me and how long will it take for me to mitigate this risk if I do decide to purchase this company, or if I'm the operator, what do I need to focus on and where do I need to put resources? That's what we're going to help you do. So we're really focused on providing you actionable intelligence that you can make a decision on as quickly as possible. So let's move to another step in the platform, to where we help you understand, not only are you impacted, but what should you do about it? So here we go into what we call our rapid risk assessment. And the same thing here, we're going to give you a summary of the things that you need to focus on. Don't pay too close about the simulations piece here. I'm going to come to that next week, in a couple of weeks, actually. But really what I want to focus on is, in each one of the 7 domains internally that we look at for your organization, we're going to help you understand what steps that you should take. So let's go here to the operational area. Again, you can orient yourself to how we have the bluff articulated of what matters to you, the cost of the remediation. And again, you can go deeper, and everything we have has a citation tied to it. We can go deeper into each one of those projects. So you can see here, we can expand all this just to show you some of the details of, hey, this is written specifically, if you do have this role, these are the steps that they need to take to be able to mitigate this risk. And so again, we really want to focus on helping you not only understand, are you impacted, but what should you do about it? What are those actionable steps that you're typically depending on a third party, or you're going to go out to GPT, or you're going to go out to Claude, you name it, whatever LLM, or you're going to hit up phone a friend or go to Google and understand it, and you're going to try to maybe hire a third party. But there's some things that you should do before you go to that third party that you should fix immediately to lower your risk within your organization. So yeah, this is part of our overall plan to empower you to be able to predict risk and protect that P&L. So stay tuned. Next week, I'll go deeper into our next two questions. Um, how much is it going to cost me? And what if I do absolutely nothing? And so thank you for tuning in. And I look forward and excited if you're excited to share more about it, but then also ping us, schedule time to get a demo to see how this specifically can impact and help your company. Thank you.